If you've ever been awake between 2 and 3 a.m., you know the feeling. The air is still. The world is asleep. The silence becomes loud. It wraps around you like a heavy blanket, almost suffocating. And then the dogs start barking. It doesn't start all at once. First, it's just one, far off, maybe a few blocks away. Then another joins in. Then another closer. Soon, it's a chorus of barking, echoing through the night. And it doesn't feel random. It feels like a signal. A warning. Most people brush it off. It's just dogs being dogs, they say. Maybe a raccoon. Maybe a cat. Maybe the wind knocked over a trash can. But if you've ever truly listened to dogs barking at that hour, you know it's different. It's deeper, more urgent, almost desperate. There's something primal in it, something you're not supposed to hear, and something you're definitely not supposed to ignore. Dogs are our protectors, not just from burglars or danger we can see. They guard us from the things we cannot see. You see, dogs don't just bark at the physical. They sense things. Things that linger in the corners. Things that exist in the cracks between this world and the next. Things that slip through when the veil is thinnest. And that veil, it's thinnest between 2 and 3 a.m. Some call it the witching hour. Others call it the devil's hour. Ancient cultures spoke of it as the time when spirits walked freely, when doors between worlds creaked open. Just a little. It's no coincidence that so many people report nightmares during that hour, or wake up with a feeling of being watched, or find themselves frozen in bed, unable to move or scream, as if something is there, watching, waiting. Dogs. They know. They always know. So, what does that barking mean? If it's high-pitched, frantic, full of panic, they're warning you. They're scared. Not for themselves, for you. If it's low, deep, repetitive, it means whatever it is hasn't left. It's outside. Or closer. Maybe right against your wall. Maybe on the other side of the door. Maybe it's watching you through the window right now. There's something important you need to understand. When dogs bark at that hour, it's not because something is passing by. It's because something has stopped. Something is deciding, choosing, focusing. If your dog is growling low in its throat while staring at a corner, do not look. If it refuses to enter a room it normally loves, close that door, and don't open it again until the sun rises. If it hides under the bed, shaking, don't try to pull it out. It knows something you don't. Let me tell you some stories. There was a woman lived alone. She woke one night to her dog whimpering and barking softly. It wasn't normal for him to bark at night. She thought maybe someone was outside. So she went to the window. She saw a tall figure standing motionless across the street, not moving, not breathing, no face, just a void where the face should be. She blinked. It was gone. She told her sister about it the next day, laughed it off. The night after, her dog wouldn't come near her room. It sat at the door, barking, crying. She disappeared that night. The dog was found 3 days later, still sitting by the front door, refusing to move. Another story. A man heard dogs barking at 2:41 a.m. He thought it was strange. They were neighborhood dogs, usually quiet. Curious, he stepped outside. The night was cold. Still, but the barking grew louder. And the dogs weren't looking at him. They were looking past him. He turned around. There was nothing there. When he tried to go back inside, the door was locked. From the inside, he vanished. His phone was later found on the porch. Screen shattered, camera open. One photo remained. It was blurry, but it looked like a long arm reaching toward the lens, too long to be human. Some say if you make eye contact with it, it clings to you, follows you, never lets go. It becomes a shadow, always a few steps behind. You'll feel it when the lights are off. You'll hear footsteps when you're alone. You'll dream of doors that don't exist, and hear whispers in languages you don't understand. So here's what to do. If you wake up and hear the dogs barking between 2 and 3 a.m., don't move. Stay still. Stay quiet. Listen. Don't speak. Don't open the window. Don't look outside. And whatever you do, don't open the door. Even if you hear something scratching, even if it calls your name, it isn't who you think it is. Some people say, if the dogs suddenly stop barking, it's already inside. That's when the real danger begins. You might hear footsteps in the hallway. You might hear the TV turn on by itself. You might hear breathing just behind you. Don't acknowledge it. Don't give it a name. Don't ask questions. Just wait. If the dogs begin barking again, far away, you may have been spared for now. But if silence lasts more than 5 minutes, and you hear something slowly turning the doorknob, the mod creator. Well, it is what's on the other side isn't human. So the next time you hear the dogs barking between 2 and 3 a.m., don't assume it's nothing. Don't assume it's safe. Don't assume you're alone. They bark for a reason. They always have. Just listen. Don't look, don't open the door, and whatever happens, don't let it see you.